Hi, welcome to the Pink Moon Tarot. I'm Nikki, the Pink Moon Tarotist, and I'm here to give a general money reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign of Libra. So, without further ado, I think that's gone out. As I say, these are general readings, so if they don't resonate with you, then you can check out your Moon, your Rising, or your Venus. But please do feel free to pick up anything that does resonate and leave the rest behind. Now, I'd like to say a big thank you to all of you that have subscribed to my channel already. I really do truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. You have managed to get me to 2,000 subscribers, or just over, and I couldn't be happier. So thank you so much for that. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so at the end of this video, because it really does help me to grow and get my message seen by those that may need to see it. Now, all of your likes and your shares and your comments are also truly appreciated, so do keep those coming as well. And I always try to respond to any comments that you make on the channel. So without further ado, let's point the camera down and see what's going on with Libra and their money for August 2021. Libra money, August 2021. Ooh, that wasn't very good. And we have the Two of Swords. The World. And the Page of Swords. And the Queen of Wands. Ace of Cups and the Seven of Swords. And the Four of Pentacles. The Fool. That's too many. The Hermit, and our overall energy. Oh, your overall energy is the Nine of Swords. So, have you been stressing and worrying, my lovely Libras? The Nine of Swords is that card of nightmares, that card of worry and stress and overthinking things. So really this month is a month to be wary of that overthinking, of that overstressing, of you know, those moments where you wake up in the middle of the night and everything seems terrible because it's the middle of the night and everything's quiet around you and your brain goes into overdrive. It's that kind of feeling. So I want you to really be aware of that feeling this month. And when it happens, try to refocus your mind. Try to refocus on the positives. Try to refocus on the things that have gone well during the day. It may help you to do a gratitude journal during this month, which would be, you know, just 1 to 3 things every day that you're grateful for. So it could be something as simple as, I'm grateful that the sun is shining, or I'm grateful that that I have running water and food in my fridge and a roof over my head. Those kinds of things. Doesn't have to be a massive gratitude, but also recognize any wins you have. So if you have been, say, bidding on a contract and you won the contract, obviously that's a win that you would want to record and be grateful for. You get a rebate on your tax. That's a win you would want to be grateful for. But they can be small wins as well. So it can be something like you got in touch with a friend you haven't heard from for a while, and it was lovely to meet up. Or your kids did really well in their school reports, or whatever it is. It can be as small or as big as you like, but try to recognize the things that have gone well, the wins that have happened, and try to recognize those things to be grateful for. Whenever you feel that feeling, that stress, that anxiety creeping over you. So it's just a precaution for this month, that, you know, to be aware of that and not to go down that rabbit hole. Okay, with that being said, let's take a look at your reading. So we're starting off with the Two of Swords. Now the Two of Swords, swords are air energy that is to do with knowledge and communication. And the Two of Swords, twos are all about choices. And this is that feeling like you're at a crossroads, like you don't know which way to go. You can see here she's got a blindfold on, and she's really not sure which direction to go in. And you may get to that point at the beginning of the month sometime where you feel like you're at that crossroads, or you may even be at that crossroads now going into the beginning of August. And it's all about making a decision, you know, just choosing something to move yourself forwards. And just trust that if you stay still, nothing is going to happen, nothing is going to change, nothing is going to improve. But if you make a decision and you feel like it's the wrong decision, like you should have gone the other way, then the universe will give you a little nudge to guide you back again. If you are unsure about things, ask the universe, ask your guides, ask your guardian angels, whatever you believe in, and see if they can show you some signs, give you some direction into the way that you should be going. But remember that blindfold she could easily take off. So is this something that you are just choosing not to see in the way forwards with your ways of earning money, your ways of getting that money coming in? Because this is, after all, a money reading, money and success. When you do manage to make that choice, we have the Queen of Wands underneath it. And the Queen of Wands, she is the Queen of Joy, I call her. She's the bringer of that creative energy, that fiery spark. You know, she's very, very in tune with herself. She's extremely joyful. She loves what she does. And she just brings that energy of enjoyment to everything that she does. And it's a very creative energy as well. So if you're in a creative field, or maybe you've got a side hustle that's in the creative field and you want to be making more money doing that, it could be worth exploring that a little bit more and seeing where your joy is. Now, the Queen of Joy, she's already there. She's already full of joy. She's already doing it. So it's kind of embracing that side of you that has that fire, that has that energy. We also have here the Four of Pentacles, and this may be where your crossroads comes in. You may have one side of you that is wanting to go down a more creative path, a more, you know, following your joy, following what you love, following what you do. And then the other side of you that is more cautious and wanting to plan for your future in a very cautious way. The Four of Pentacles is about putting away for the future, investing in the future, security, having things in place that, that sort of rainy day fund, that kind of thing. Okay, so you may be wondering whether you should be spending that rainy day fund on yourself, on investing in a business, something like that. And that may be where that choice comes in. So do you follow your joy, or do you go down the road you're already on and be more secure with your future? And only you can make that decision. I'm not going to say to you, yes, take your nest egg and spend it all on investing in your company. That's something that only a financial advisor can really answer for you. But I'm going to tell you what the cards are saying. And the cards are saying follow your joy at the moment. Because we also have next to that Two of Swords, the World. And the World is a completion. It's the last of the major arcana. It's all about joy and the way that life cycles and things go forwards and round in a cycle. And it's indicating the next chapter of your life. And the next chapter of your life is joyous and wonderful once the first chapter has been completed, or the previous chapter has been completed, I should say. So it's all about gaining that joy. The World also can indicate some form of travel. So maybe you've got something, some work opportunity that would involve travel, and that's what you're thinking about. And again, all you can do is follow your own instincts and follow your own heart here. But the World does indicate that there may be some travel in this for you. Now, that could just be a holiday. It could be traveling with work. It could be moving house, moving jobs. You know, but there is the opportunity there for the world being your oyster, so to speak. Okay. And in the center of the reading, the reason I said you're being encouraged by the cards to follow your joy and follow your heart is because in the center of the reading, we have the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is that, aces are beginnings, and it's your cup overflowing, being fulfilled. Okay, so being filled with love, being filled with joy, being filled with expectation, and starting a new chapter. So this is all about starting something new with that joy in your heart, with that love in your heart for what you're doing. Now, obviously, I'm talking about in terms of making money here. I'm not talking about romantic love. So I'm talking about the love of what you do, the love of, you know, where you are, where you're going, what you're seeing, what you're experiencing. It's the holistic approach here, especially as you have that world up above. And you're also being further sort of encouraged with the Fool card down here. And the Fool card is next to that Four of Pentacles and below that Ace of Cups. And the Fool is, she's untainted, you know, she is expectant. She doesn't go into things blindly, but she goes into things expecting a good result. And that's the difference, you know. It's like she will take that leap of faith and know and trust that the universe will catch her. That whatever she decides to do, wherever she decides to go, she is supported by the universe. You can see here she's about to leap off of this cliff into the waters below. She's got the big amethyst in her hand there. She's ready to just let go and go for it and enjoy life. And that's the sort of the energy of this whole middle column here. And you know, so this is about you choosing between what gives you joy, what gives you what lights you up, what is maybe a little bit scary, but you do know in your heart of hearts that it will be successful and it will make you money and it will take you on to the next level in your life. But only you will know that. And this is this choice that you are facing, okay? And then we have the Page of Swords. Now, pages are messengers and sword energy is air energy, as I said, which is all about communication and knowledge and wisdom and honesty and truth. And the Page of Swords is a messenger that comes in. So you may receive a message from somebody who has an opportunity for you. And you need to obviously know that this is a real opportunity. You need to You need to do your homework, do your research, check things out, and check and see that this is legit, if that's what happens. But it's also about gathering knowledge yourself, gathering new information. So you might be considering retraining for something. You might be considering doing an online course, or just reading up on something. Whatever that is, there is some new knowledge that is coming into you. And this can either be you gathering that knowledge yourself, or it can be via another person. If it is via another person, please be aware that that sometimes you can get distracted by gossip. So be careful of that, because underneath we have the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords, this is that card of sneakiness, that card of deception, that card of somebody who might not have your best interests at heart, who is gossiping, who is spreading rumors, or, you know, trying to steer you on the wrong path. So that's why I say, if this new knowledge that comes in, this is an opportunity that comes in, just check it out. However, this Seven of Swords can also indicate that you are deceiving yourself in some way. You are being less than honest with what you want. You're being less than honest with others about what you want. But just know that the universe knows. The universe knows what your true heart's desire is. The universe always knows. And whenever there is the Seven of Swords, it means that something is going to get revealed at some point. Okay? So whether that's your honesty or whether it's somebody else's, something is going to get revealed from that. But I get the feeling this is more about you, as we then have the Hermit card in the bottom of the of that row. So the Hermit card is all about going within and soul searching. You know, the Hermit shuts himself away in isolation in order to connect to their higher self, in order to discover what it is they truly, truly desire. And this is something that I feel you may need to do this month in order to make that decision about what to do with your future, about where to go. You may need to take some quiet time for yourself. It doesn't mean you have to shut yourself away from the world for weeks on end or anything like that, but just taking time to reflect, to go inward, and to connect to your higher self and your spirit guides, your guardian angels, whatever you believe. Connect to your source energy and think about what it is you really, really want to do. What lights you up? You can see here that the Hermit, in this particular deck, it's a female, and the Hermit, she's sat there with this light glowing around her. And there's also the lantern down here, which in the traditional Rider-Waite, the Hermit holds a lantern. And what this lantern and this light represents is that the Hermit goes into Hermit mode. It goes within in order to discover what lights them up, in order to discover their true purpose. And when they're ready, they come out and they can shine their light on the world, and they can share their gifts with the world. So there is some sort of soul searching that's needed to be done here, especially as we have this Nine of Swords as your overall energy. So in order for you to make that decision about perhaps you're considering a career change, like I say, taking a side hustle into your main thing, or branching out on your own, going for a promotion, changing jobs, changing career, changing direction, whatever that is that you're trying to decide on, take the time to go within and really be honest with yourself. Be honest about what you want. Be honest about your abilities. Do you need to retrain? Do you need to gain any new knowledge? Who do you need to talk to? How can you go about this? And really go inwards and think, can you do this? What is stopping you? That's the real question to ask yourself. What is stopping you? Is it you that's stopping you, or is there something else? Is there something that you're lacking that you need to perhaps fill that gap with? But the Four of Pentacles, although this is about being very cautious and planning for your future and, you know, security and all the rest of it, it's also a reminder to be generous and to be open and to share your time, your money, your wisdom, whatever, with others, which is also reflected here with this Hermit, about, you know, sort of coming and shining your light on the world. That's why I went back to that Four of Pentacles. And, you know, with that Queen of Wands there as well, giving that sense of joy, that sense of fire, that sense of creative energy. There's a lot going on here. And it seems to me that you may have you may have some new opportunities for ways to make your money this month. And it may throw you into a little bit of turmoil and put you in that position of thinking, well, do I go for the new thing or do I stick with what I know? And that's a decision, as I say, that only you can make. But it's a decision that you need to make in order to move forwards, in order to fulfill your life and fulfill your destiny. So let's take a little look at the Enchanted Map Oracle as we are looking at, you know, where to go, and maps show you where to go. So let's take a little look and see, what does the Enchanted Map have to say for my lovely Libras. Ooh. Okay, so we have the Mountain card. Now the Mountain card is that card of taking the path of least resistance. You know, when you're faced with obstacles, which I get the sense that you are, Libra, I get the sense that you are being faced with some sort of obstacle this month in your money making. And your success, whether it's career success or just success as an entrepreneur, whatever that is, I get the sense that there are obstacles, and they can seem really insurmountable at times. They can seem really intimidating, and you sort of look at it like this big mountain in front of you that you have to climb over, something that you have to, you know, take that journey of climbing to the summit and getting over the top of the mountain in order to go down the other side. But the thing is, mountains are often also surrounded by rivers or have rivers going through them. And this is the path of least resistance. This is the way to go with the flow. And this, when you get the Mountain card, this is what you're being encouraged to do, to find that flow, to find that river, to find the easy way round, to take the path of least resistance, to not look at it as one big mountain or one big thing that you have to climb and you have to go through in order to get to your end goal. Try to look at things from a different perspective and see how you can let go of some of that control and just go with the flow. You know, like a river just flows around a mountain, and it's much easier to do that path than it is to go up and over the top of it. That's what you're being encouraged to do here. But if you do decide that you want to climb the mountain, then just remember to take things one step at a time. Don't try and do it all at once, you know. So it really is just that reminder of take it easy on yourself. Don't try to do everything at once, and just try to find the easiest way through. And just, I know it's easy to say, but just try to go with the flow. Let's take a look at Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. So what else do my lovely Libras need to know? Okay, we have the Winged Wise Ones, angelic help and miraculous aid. Nice. Yeah, so you know how I said, if you're unsure, ask your guardian angels, ask your spirit guides, ask your higher self, ask source energy, ask God, whatever you believe. There is help out there for you. But when you ask for help, the thing to do is to listen to the answer, okay? And I know that sounds a bit out there, a bit woo, because you're like, well, not everybody hears spirits talking to them. And I don't mean listen to the answer in terms of somebody talking in your head, but there will be signs. You will have synchronicities coming up. You know, you might see repeated numbers. You might see you know, sort of like, oh, show me a sign if I should do X, Y, Z, show me a sign. And you might ask to see a butterfly, and then you see a butterfly. You know, it's that kind of thing. And you know, obviously you want to then check it and say, okay, well, I saw a butterfly once. Can I see 2 butterflies? And then you might see 2 butterflies. And you know, it's that kind of look for the synchronicities, look for the signs, look for the things that drop into place. Like if you're looking for a job in sales, for example, and the first job you see on, you know, when you open up whatever app you're looking for one in, the first job you see is a sales job, then it's a synchronicity, it's a sign, okay? If you're scrolling through Facebook and something you're interested in pops up in the feed, it's a sign, it's a synchronicity. It's something that's showing you, yes, you're on the right path, okay? Let's take a wisdom of the oracle. Ooh. For some reason, I cannot shuffle these cards today. Okay, yeah, and you see, we have higher power here. So you're really being encouraged to surrender to a higher power this month, okay? Your success is tied into letting go of the minutiae, letting go of the stresses and the worries and the you know, hows. Know your why, know your what, and let the universe show you how, okay? And we also have here the card of regeneration. And, you know, so out of the ashes rises a beautiful tree. And this is, you know, it's like the phoenix rising. So if something feels like it's come to an end and it's been difficult and it's left you in a bit of turmoil, just know that you are going through a regenerative period and life is renewing for you. And there is a lot of joy in this reading. You know, you have the World there, you have the Queen of Wands there, you have the Fool there, you have the Ace of Cups. There's a lot of joy in this month. If you can tap into that and trust that the universe has you, especially as you have that Fool card there as well. Okay, and in the Work Your Light Oracle, we have Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? Remember, everyone is you pushed out to some degree. Okay, and what is above is below, what is within is without, all of those things. If something is triggering you, if something is causing this, then this is something that needs to be looked at. And you need to think, how are you attracting that? What are you doing that is bringing that into your life? What lesson are you needing to learn from this person that is triggering you, or this thing that is triggering you? Okay, let's take a healing with the fairies and then we'll close the reading. Yeah, and we have peace of mind. So this is that hermit mode. So you need to get some peace of mind here. You need to feel settled, feel like you are ready to take on this new adventure, ready to do this new thing. And, you know, peace of mind will help you to let go and go with that flow, so that the mountain is not such an insurmountable thing, that you can take that easy path around. Just let go, let your mind be at peace, release the fears, and focus on the positives. Focus on your why, focus on what you enjoy doing, what you want to do, and let the universe worry about the how. Okay? Wow, interesting month for you, my lovely Libras. If this resonated with you, do drop me a comment, but please do remember to like, share and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, have a wonderful August. Namaste.